each time you open your phone, each time you go on your phone, you're literally just death gripping your cock, jacking off. You're doom scrolling. I bet you, majority of the time you spend on your phone, you're doing literally nothing with your life. You're either watching porn in your bathroom, on your bed, sweat running down your face, butt filled with sweat. Or you're on Instagram scrolling, waiting for some porn influencer to pop up. You feel so shit afterwards. Nothing's changed. You feel disgusting and you hate where you are, but yet you don't want to change anything. And I know how this feels, brother, because I was in the exact same boat. I felt so shit. Like, my story with this porn, this addiction, it was each time I relapse, I'd feel so shit afterwards. I didn't want to do a single thing. I hated post-nut clarity because the porn itself, yeah, it was, nice. Looking back at it, it was pretty gay, but it was nice because you ejaculate, blah, blah, you get a nice feeling. But it got to a point where it stopped even being nice. It started to be more of like a routine. I stopped enjoying it as much as I used to. And then post-nut clarity hit the worst because when you're doing this a couple of times a day, you are so unmotivated. You genuinely don't want to do shit. And that's a big problem if you're like a teenager, if you're a young adult, if you're an adult and you need to get work done, you need to get shit done, you need to go to the gym, but you just don't because you don't want to do shit because you just fapped. And look at it like this. What do you get from fapping? Ask yourself this right now. What do you get by watching porn and relapsing into your hand? Absolutely nothing. There's no good effect of it. So why do we do it? Well, it's easy. It's very, very addictive. And I'm going to be honest. I was doing it because, it addicted me. And the way I usually led into watching porn is because I was just doom scrolling. I was doom scrolling on Instagram for so long, or YouTube shorts. It's like I literally just go on my phone and just scroll. Each time you scroll, it's frying your dopamine cells because the algorithm has set it up for you. So instead of if you're consuming this video right now, boom, good on you, because I'm just going to be talking here to you. There's no some edits, there's nothing that's going to make your attention span watch it. But then if you watch a Mr. Beast video, you're going to realize there's so many edits, there's so many stuff happening to your brain that your brain is in a way, it's craving it. I've gotten to a point where I actually watched a Mr. Beast video and it genuinely didn't entertain me. I was pretty bored. And I would rather watch someone just sit there and talk if it's genuinely good content, because I know that I'm going to learn something out of it and it's going to give me a bigger high than watching Mr. Beast's video where I don't get anything out of it. So the reason I say this is when you scroll on Instagram or something, whatever, or TikTok, blah, blah, it's designed to just fry your dopamine cells because it's like a minute long, not even that. And if you don't like it, you just go to the next, and then you just go to the next, and then you just go to the next. I bet you've probably not even watched one of these to the very, very end. Unless it's some catchy something. But you probably don't even watch these to the end, and you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And that's what I was doing, and that's what led me always to relapsing. And it basically just makes you depressed. Not actually depressed, but... And the reason I say that is you don't get anything out of it. So you spend 3 hours here, and then you look at the clock and you're like, shit, I've wasted 3 hours of my life. What did I achieve? What did I learn? Absolutely fucking shit. You didn't learn jack shit. I didn't learn jack shit when I was doing it. So I was like, you feel worse from that. Plus, then you still go and jack off and watch porn because you see some half-naked influencers. There's basically porn on Instagram and YouTube and everything these days because I remember when I was scrolling, you get these ads in between and there's like, basically sex, if you think about it. I don't know how they allow it, but then you click on that and then you go on that and then you click on that and then you're like, oh, that's hot. Already have a hard cock, and then you just go on Pornhub and just sometimes you don't even ejaculate semen. Sometimes, like, I've had it that bad sometimes where it's like hardly nothing comes out. I know it sounds like shit, and this, like, you'd think something's wrong with me, but it's genuinely when you, like, relapse, like, so much in a day is when it's the worst. And, this is the not life journey. This is the daily thing you do. You doom scroll, or this is what I did. I doom scrolled, and then I'd watch porn, and then I'd be so unmotivated. I'd end up playing video games, or I'd doom scroll again, and then watching porn again. So it's just a constant cycle where I was getting absolutely nowhere. It led me to nowhere. It didn't lead me to achieve something. From this, I genuinely achieved zero. I achieved absolutely nothing. The only reason I've achieved things I've achieved is because A, I got rid of porn, and B, I stopped feeling sorry for myself, and C, I actually stopped like giving a fuck about motivation, and I had to start using discipline, because when you jack off, you have to discipline yourself to go to the gym. Because when you do just rely on motivation, there's not going to be no motivation, because you jack off, motivation is destroyed. It's genuinely just discipline. You have to like go through it. So for me, the breakthrough fucking broke through this wall of porn. Broke through it, like I was like, fuck you. I saw myself, like I was gooning so much. And I saw myself and I told myself, men don't do this. Actual men, if you think about it, actual men. Like you have Andrew Tate, you have Tristan Tate, you have Hamza, you have Justin Walker, you have these high, like Iman Gadzi, you have these high value men, masculine men. These guys don't jack off. They don't need to. They have an abundance of women around them. So I was like, hold on. I want to be one of these guys, I want to be successful, rich. I want to have it all. Jacking off. They don't do it. So why should I? Because if you want to become successful, you have to basically copy the successful. And I was like, shit. Like, I want to be a masculine man. Each time I think of that and I'm jacking off, I tell myself, well, I can't be one because I'm literally here gooning to my phone. So I basically just told myself, men don't do this. I'm not a man if I do this. And I think that's what actually like led me to being like on a different lifestyle where I didn't ejaculate, I didn't watch porn, none of that. Of course, then later down the line, I consumed some of it. It wasn't as bad, but I got back into the like porn sort of state flate because I wasn't doing the shit that I'm doing now. But then probably like 7 months ago, I fully quit porn. So it feels great. It genuinely does feel great knowing that I don't consume it, knowing that it's such a big drug. I'd arguably say it's the most addictive thing out there in the world. Because it's so easy to gain access. There's literally little kids watching porn. The thing is, you don't know who's getting raped, you don't know who put consent, you don't know if it's a child on porn. And the amount of like fucked up shit that's on there, you wouldn't even believe. Plus, half these industry workers, they don't even want to do it. They get forced, they get paid shit money, so you can just sit there, jack off to some guy putting his cock into a pussy. Like, come on, mate, that's gay. That's genuinely gay. Would you go somewhere, would you go to your next door neighbor and watch them fuck? Probably not, because you'd find it uncomfortable and you'd probably find it gay. That's the same thing with porn. But you feel like you're covered, your screen's covered, plus they can see you. They can literally they can look into your little camera and they can probably see you like fucking mouth breathing, jacking off, like hard grip. And then when you go busting a girl, you can't because you're used to your hand and the girl is like softer. So yeah, all of this shit motivated me and just made me quit. Of course, it's deeper than that, like all my goals, everything, finding a purpose, genuinely just keeping myself busy, talking to girls. But this is what initially led me to quit porn and then what made me quit porn now. But yeah, like I said, I fell into lust again, you know. I think I was like off it for like eight months. So for me, that was like great. But then I fell into lust because I didn't know what I was achieving, you know. I had no purpose. I didn't have like big goals set. I did, but it wasn't as it is now. I had ambitions, but the ambitions were like, I just want to be successful. Like there wasn't anything deeper than that. And worstly, it was just like my life, gym, that's it. There wasn't anything to like distract my brain. There wasn't no hard work to do. There wasn't anything like, and I still wasn't aware of like instant and delayed gratification, all that stuff. So it did add up and I did fall back into lust. And that was when I was in a relationship because, you know, I was getting sex, I was getting blowjobs. Don't want to be vulgar here, but I was getting that stuff. But when I wasn't and I was lonely, I'd think of that and I was like, oh, well, I can't get it now, so I'm just going to rely to porn. And that's what I did. And I'd say it started to mess me up quite a bit because I'd stop sometimes getting like hard, you know. I didn't want to have sex sometimes. I just wanted a blowjob because it was easy. And yeah, I mean, do what you want to do, but for me it wasn't a very good time. But I already knew how I got off NoFap last time. And this time when my ex found out, she wasn't happy at me. So I was like, you know, like this is easy motivation. To be honest, it wasn't that difficult to quit. I was like, okay, I'm not watching porn ever again. And I didn't. I still had sex, I still got blowjobs, I still got this stuff. Like, I didn't have to watch porn. Like, yeah, after that, I jacked off, but that was to her, with her. So it's like, you can count it, but that's the thing. Like, you count this stuff. Oh, this is a relapse. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh my God, I fucked up. No, bloody idiot. The thing is, if you think like that, you're fucked, okay? If you relapse and you're so depressed that you relapsed, you're fucked. Because you keep thinking about it. So when I jacked off with her, blah, 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 I'm not going into detail, but I was like, I'm not counting that because that's with another person. I'm not doing it to like, to porn or something, you know? So, sorry. For these, like, from last year, I haven't watched a single bit of adult content and jacked off to it. Yes, there's happened times where I've seen some stuff on the internet, like when I've been scrolling and I was like, oh shit, you know, this, but I never ejaculated to it. I never like went deeper into it. So, you know, I didn't have a stupid gay streak because when you have a gay streak and you relapse once, you feel like you failed. You feel like you failed life. It's like going to the gym. Imagine you go to the gym 100 days in a row and then you accidentally miss one day, all right? The reason I'm going to show you my daily tracker here, habit tracker, you can pause the video, is I've got one red X. And that's when I went to the gym. I don't even know why I didn't go, but I don't think I was feeling the best. So I didn't go to the gym. Do you think after that day, I wouldn't have gone because then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think I have like 20, yeah, 20 or 18 ticks after that. So I went for like, this was this July. So I went from the 1st to the 4th for 4 days. Then I skipped 5th, and then I kept going until now. Do you think those days from the 5th to now, I would have just gave up and I would have been like, oh, I failed on the 5th, you know? Oh, I didn't go to the gym, so I have to give up now. I can't go to the gym anymore. No, you idiot. I wouldn't have done that because that's stupid retarded. That's the same thing with nofap and streaks, is people have a streak of like 30 days and then they relapse once and they're like, oh, I failed, and then they'll relapse again. No, you idiot. That's the same analogy. If you have 30 days, or if you're not jacking off for 30 days and then you relapse, who cares? No one cares. Just keep going. No one cares if it's like, oh, do you jack off? No, I don't jack off. Oh, you jacked off like 235 days ago, so you can't say you've been on nofap for 3 years. No one does that. Plus, you're not going to be like, I've been on nofap for like 3 years. Yes, I say this for educational purposes, but if someone's going to ask you like, oh, when was the last time you watched porn? It's like, oh, probably about like 3 years ago. Like I said, you're not on some sort of challenge. You're literally just, it's like a different lifestyle. That's all that it is. And like I said, when I relapsed, or I didn't relapse, when I just jacked off with my ex or something, I didn't care, because I was like, it's not porn, this is with someone, like, who gives a shit, you know? Plus, the way I feel now is so much better. I'm gonna be honest, it is, like, I feel the best I have in my whole entire life these last 3 months since I broke up with my ex, and I have so much more motivation. I am just looking into the future and I'm seeing what I'm capable of. I'm seeing like my physique getting stronger, me getting better, like coming more disciplined, charismatic, charming, better at speaking, all this sort of stuff. So it is super motivating. Plus, just quitting porn and just doing stuff, it's going to build discipline. Going to the gym every single day, days that you don't want to go, it builds discipline. So yeah, I'd like to say I'm pretty disciplined. Yeah, I'm not top 1% or maybe top 1%, but not top like 0.01% of like disciplined people in the world. But I would say I'm very disciplined. So porn did build this for me. Plus, I genuinely don't like enjoy watching porn. Like, it's not something I crave. Like, I'd rather go talk to a girl than watch porn. Because for me, like, I've gotten to such a good level where it's like, I don't achieve anything out of porn, so I genuinely don't enjoy it. I don't like watching it because I'm not going to get anything out of it. There's no like ROI, return, like, you know what I mean? Like, going to the gym, it's good because I get an ROI, you know, I'll get more jacked, blah, blah. Talking to girls, it's good because it builds up my SMV. Talking to men is good because I socialize, I maybe learn something, I'm having a good time. But genuinely watching porn, it does shit. I don't learn anything from it and I don't enjoy it. So what's the point for you to do it? There's no reason for you to watch porn except for it's addictive and it's an easy scapegoat. I have made this full nofap guide. There's the top link in the description. I hope you join because if you do, there's like, we can build a whole community. We can destroy Pornhub. We can make them bankrupt. And then it's not like we're going to be like this cringe community where you're counting days. People can ask questions and we can reply to them by the different ways. You know, we might have a brother who's struggling with this and it's also always because he's doing X and X. And then we're like, oh, maybe it's because you keep scrolling on Instagram, or maybe it's because you have a shit morning, you know? Maybe it's because you had a shit day, your dad beat you up, and now you relied on porn. It's okay, bro. Like, let's just move on from that. No one cares about that. So I'm trying to build this whole community on this where we can like quit this stuff, become more masculine, stronger. I genuinely think you would love to join. I'll see you in there, brother. Peace out.